Now, it looks like even from the starting of this conversation, we were hitting more on the challenge from the beginning.
Yes.
Now, how were you motivated to the extent that you didn't give up and you are still in business from 2011 to 2022?
Yeah.
What motivated you, and what kept you going?
Well, like I said, we came in, acquired the land. In the first place, as a farmer or a business or an entrepreneur, you acquire land. You want to do business. The first business you approach did not give you
Good profit.
You have to move on.
You have to move on.
And so, with our own hard work to be traveling around, and then we discover a different business.
Okay. So out of one problem, you came out with another solution.
Yes.
Okay.
But then, when we go in, we realize that there was a huge demand for pork.
Pork.
Yes. And even right now,
still there's a high demand.
There's a high demand for pork. No doubt. And so I would say that was what even motivates us. Because the market was there. I mean, when you go there, even some of the buyers will say, look, the farmers will come and tell us they have pigs. They go to the farm, they don't even have.
Wow.
Yes. So even as we speak now, I'm telling you for a fact that the demand for pork is so huge. It's so huge. That's a fact. It's so huge.
Wow.
It's so huge. The demand for pork is so huge. That is a fact.
So the youth...
But the problem that we had was that normally it is good to address the challenges surrounding the business.
Okay.
Then
you keep on moving.
But mostly when you go, the people motivate you by saying, oh, it's a good business. And true, it's a good business.
It's a good business, but it comes with a challenge.
Thank you. But then when you are not introduced to the challenge, then you face issues. But having said that, piggery is not a bad business.
Okay.
Piggery is not a bad business. It's a very good business. It's just that the problem farmers will face is that feed items, and then they taking their final product
to the market.
But as you speak now, well, prices have increased a bit. So
okay.
I think on average, price per kilo is around 20 cedis.
Okay.
Per kilo. So in a way, it was okay. Back then, we were struggling to even get 15 cedis.
Wow.
And all that. See, looking at even the feed cost. So for me, my advice for, let's say, youth that want to go into piggery or any other poultry or piggery, is that one, it is better you have access to feed.
First.
That's
number one.
First, have access to feed.
Feed.
Or either you produce it by yourself or you are going to buy. Fine. But then make sure you have access to them.
Okay.
And then if you are buying it, then have a guarantee of pricing.
Okay.
Then you come back. With the starting of the pigs, it's not the issue.
The structure is not an issue.
The structure is not an issue. The structure is just a normal structure to say if you even are putting up a house.
Okay.
Right. And so that's my advice.
Okay.
And then back then, like I said, speaking to other farmers who have been in the piggery business for years.
Yeah.
One of the challenges we had is that most people you approach, you see them having a small hut, either close to a swampy area or, excuse me to be, a dumping site.
Okay, so that's another
yes.
Step that
Yes.
if you want to go into it, you need to look at.
Yes, because
It shouldn't be close to a swampy area.
No, because you need to build a house.
Okay, more or less like a dry house.
Yes, you need to build a house. Because nowadays, as you speak, most buyers will come and inspect your farm.
So the farm need to be neat.
Yes.
It shouldn't be close to a dumping, refuse dump site.
And even your waste management should be a key as well.
Okay.
Your waste, because definitely you are also generating waste.
Waste, okay.
So it's also one of the main things.
Okay.
Because the buyer will come and visit you.
Okay.
You see, because mainly they will send some of their people to come and inspect, and then they will want to know your practice.
Okay.
The kind of feed you've been giving to the pigs and all that. They will definitely come and inspect your site. And so your site should be 100% neat.
Neat.
Your waste gutters and stuff, you need to channel them well. Make sure you have a pit where
that will collect
your
waste.
Your waste into a pit to manage it well, because they don't want to come to a pig farm that smells. You can't even stand there.
Okay.
So that's the main thing. So aside from the feed challenge, the housing and the waste management, it's just as normal as anything. That one, in your own capacity, you can decide how
big or small you want it.
Thank you. And then that will enable you to manage what you are, the kind of business you are growing.
Okay.
So that's what I was telling you.
Okay. So now, looking at the piggery business or the poultry business, the youth are watching you. How much? They have just completed school. Some will tell you, and that is the song or the chorus most of us we sing today. Where is the capital to start? Where is the capital to start? That's the first song, because even with the video we did, when we posted it, one of the first questions the guy was asking, I think John Dumelo put a picture of a cabbage farm, and he said that with 8,000, you can acquire land and start a cabbage business, and at the end of 6 months you'll be getting roughly 4,000 as profit when you take all your expenses out. So a lot of youths were showing interest, but one negative question that keep on popping is how to raise the capital to start is a problem. So how will you advise the youths, the graduates who have the passion to go into agribusiness?
Wow.
How would they raise the capital, or where are they going to get the money from?
Well, what I will say is, for now, even the nation Ghana is struggling to even get a capital. And so, yes, as a young entrepreneur, or you want to be a businessman, you should start as small as you can.
Start as small as you can.
Start. Because if you are waiting for somebody to come and say, Mr. A, this is money,
you're not going to get it.
No.
So, for instance,
then to farming, loans from banks.
How small can a person start?
Oh, you can start. For example, a pig farm. You can start with 1 or 2 pig. 1 or 2 sow.
1 or 2 sow.
Sow.
That's 2 females.
Yes, 2 females.
And 1 male.
3. Worst case, you can even hire a male to come and cross.
Okay.
Because you don't have the money. Let's go that line.
Okay.
To say you are young.
So what size of space do the person need? Because when you talk about the capital, the next thing they will ask you, they will tell you, where is the land? So what size of space?
As for that question, I will not give answer. There's land everywhere.
There's land everywhere.
There's land everywhere. Look, the size of land we had in this country, over 70%.
It's still unused.
It's not being used. It's lying down. I mean, you travel to the north, west, even central.
Volta.
Oh, don't even talk.
Volta, we've not even touched it.
You go to Volta region, I'm telling you, there's a vast land. You go to Volta region today and go and speak to a chief or a family head to say, I want one plot of land to start my piggery. And see if you cannot.
So the problem most of us are having, we don't want to move from the city and go to the village and go and start.
We don't want to go that one because you see, the problem even starts from the kind of education we give to our youth.
The
right?
kind of education?
Yes, because they were taught that when you complete school,
there's
a white job. There's a white job waiting for you. That you put on white shirt and white coat, you know,
and
so that you will not see any stain in your dress.
So our education system is having a negative impact.
It's a serious problem.
Wow.
It's a serious problem. Okay, let me give you a little small of my background.
Yeah,
where I grew up. I grew up in a village. As a teenager at that time, I was born in Accra. Later I moved to a village where they do cocoa farming, all kinds of farming, vegetables, just name it.
Okay, what's the name of the village?
The place is called Akim Edubiasi.
Okay.
That's Kudropon Kruman's
hometown. Constituency.
Yes.
Edubiasi.
Yes, Edubiasi.
Okay, Kojo Nkrumah. As you can hear, you have one great farmer from your constituency.
So I grew up there.
Okay.
There, as a young chap, you go to school, right? Weekends, you go and support farming.
Good. So you acquire the school skill and you acquire the farming skill too.
Yes. So from beginning, I know how to do
weeding and planting.
Farming. Yes, already. I started that one when I was 10 to date. So from cocoa farming to just name it. So we were introduced. You have to, because that's the system that you came to
meet.
And so we grew up like that. You see, where elsewhere you've been taught only to go to school. I mean, let's put it this way. We are having problem with our youth. But don't we ask our youth to go to weekend classes?
Yes, we do ask them.
I mean, you have Monday to Friday to go to school.
Yes.
And you have Saturday and the other day to go back to classes. Why? Are you going to eat the book?
So the parents
you're not going to eat the book.
Parenting is a problem here.
Right now, you are advising the youth for them to start agri farming. There's no problem. But do you have the foundation? Because I am telling you the truth. If you advise any youth today to go into agri farming, there's no problem. But the problem is that if you don't have the foundation, that itself, it's a challenge that you have to understand. It's a challenge to start with.
Wow.
If today somebody like John Gemelo is doing farming, it's because he have the background.
What if maybe after school you choose to learn it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That your weekends
should be in farming if you're interested in farming.
I mean, when I was kid, when the male child will go to the farm, the female child will also go. But then they
We'll close early.
We'll close early and go home and do one or two things
for the kitchen.
You understand? And so that's the background. Well, to be honest with you, this is, if the youth want to listen, for me as I stand here, this is me, right? Anywhere you put me, so far as agric is concerned,
you excel there.
I'm telling you, anywhere. If it's, if it's fish farming,
piggery,
piggery,
poultry.
I told you, piggery, we started with 9 plus a boa in 2011. In 2013, we have 800. Wow. In fact, right now, we have a capacity to produce about 3,000 pigs a year.
3,000?
3,000 pigs a year. That's the capacity we have. You understand? And then into other things. Don't even go there.
So
maize cultivation, cassava cultivation, beans, just name it. Just name it. And I've been doing this since childhood.
Wow.
I moved from Accra after my basic school, go to technical school and come back to the Western region here.
So you are an engineer?
I'm a electrical
engineer.
Yeah.
And you dropped the electrical engineering?
I dropped it because...
And now you are wiring the farm. You are wiring the plant and the animals.
Use some of the wiring as a background.
Yes.
Wow.
So, first, when I was in trade, I told my colleagues that, look, Charlie, after this course, I'm moving.
To farming?
Yeah, I'm moving. So when I moved,
okay,
I moved from Accra to Western region. And some of my friends, they were surprised to come and see me moving from the city to, to say, a remote, like, let's say, a village.
So if I should pick a point from your educational background as an engineer, you didn't end it there, but you also diverted or diversify your skill of knowledge into agribusiness.
Yes.
So it's not compulsory that if you go and read banking and finance, you should end up in banking and finance.
Well, you end up there if the conditions...
It's okay.
Yes.
But you can also, I don't want to use the word unlearn, but you can add another skill to the banking and finance and divert.
Yes. Yes.
But we find most of the youths saying that I read computer, I read this, so I cannot go into this. Well, what is the problem?
You read computer to help you to manage whatever you want to do. That's a start.
Okay.
Because if you are doing agric, you need a computer to even to accumulate your
data.
Your data, yeah? Or you need information.
Yeah.
Right? You need information. Because agric doesn't end up at your doorstep. No.
So meaning
because
that
even we started, we even got a volunteer from Europe to the farm here.
Okay.
To come and give us a technical assistant.
Wow.
Where you meet a pig farmer with a young chap. Just two of them manage 100 sows farm, which means they are producing close to 2,000 pigs a year.
Wow.
And they manage 2. So you can go as far as Europe just to acquire knowledge.
And come back.
To help you to manage your farm. So whatever level you've got yourself into, so far as education is concerned, does not end there. Or it doesn't stop you from dodging yourself into other areas.
Okay.
To grow. No. And so, yes. So far as I'm concerned, this, my 2 hands and my head and my 2 legs, take me anywhere in Ghana.
But the certificate is lying down there.
Yeah. So take me anywhere. The northern, the middle belt, the western, the central, wherever. So far as there's land. And then experience will tell you, when you, as a farmer, you meet a land that is good for whatever you want to cultivate. you should be able to tell. As a good farmer,
Okay.
you should be able to tell that where I am is good for
This
what?
kind of crop, or
Yes.
is good for this kind of
Yes.
business.
Although we have other weather challenges and stuff, but then when you get there, your experience should tell you that this land is good for
This crop
this
or
crop
this
or
animal.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
I was looking
Like-
at the vegetation over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that here you are planting some plants or some, I don't know how to call it. What's the name? What are you planting?
It's called ugu.
Ugu.
Yes.
What is it used for?
For food.
Food.
Just like kontomire.
So they can eat it.
Yes.
Cook.
Cook. You can even chew it if you want.
Really?
Yes.
What
Bite it.
what nutrients?
So many.
Okay.
So many.
Okay.
The information is out there. If you go on the net, you find it.
Okay.
So many.
UGU. Okay.
You understand?